313.
Yo, what up, though?
What's up, Cornelius K9?
What's happening, bro?
Man, thank you for coming on our show tonight, man. I really appreciate it, man. It's definitely an honor hearing your voice, man. How you been, man?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm all right. I've been good, bro.
Okay. How's Detroit going on over there, man?
Oh, it's getting warm. Man. Spring is here.
Oh, yeah, I was hearing that water situation. Is that cleared up and everything is good over there now?
You know what? I don't know. You know, Detroit is big, man. It's a lot of parts of Detroit. That's out there in Flint.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in Flint. So I'm not in Flint.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah.
Since you're the only person I know, would know about Detroit, and you see all the news and all that, so I was just wondering.
Yeah. It's close by though. Yeah, it's definitely close by, man. You know, it's a sad thing, that's going on over there. But what can you do about it, man? Just hope it get right.
Yeah, definitely, man. Man, so what's the latest with you, man? I've been waiting for K9 to get back in action, man. I was hoping you was going to fight more frequently last year and the year before. But what's going on with you, man? What's the latest with you? I know you own your own company, so you the boss, you the big dog, you know what I mean?
That's right, man. Yeah. I'm just I got something coming up, man. I'm just trying to, as they say, cross the T's and dot the I's. Yep, you'll hear something real soon.
So how did it feel to being the two-time and the oldest 154 champion, man? How did that make you feel, man?
You know what? God is good, man. That I achieved something, man. That you wouldn't think that a brother from the hood would achieve, and doing it the hard way. I didn't have no promoter, big time promoter bringing me up. I didn't have no Al Haymans or no Don King. You know what I mean? Cats came along after I became world champ, or I was at the top. And then they want to, just like a female. You know what I mean? Track chaser. When you ain't got nothing, she ain't whatever. But then when you got it, she all in. Hey, how you doing? The same thing happened with me. I just thank God, man, that, I did prevail and I became a two-time world champion. And you know what? It's hard to say, man, that, I come a long way, man. It's a blessing, definitely. God is good, man. Like I say, God is good.
Jesus for life.
Jesus for life. What you know about that?
Man.
Yeah.
God is definitely good, man. I love that hashtag, man. Since you've been doing it, man, I've been following the same trend, man. Because, I mean, he's our creator and everything. But you started this Jesus for life, and I was like, I even saw when you last fought Jamal, you got him saying it too, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
He said it real loud, Jesus for life. So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but, man, that's what it's about.
Right. But, you know what's so crazy, man? I always was proud of what you did to Carlos Molina, man. And you got him out there really good, man. And the crazy thing is he's been unheard of ever since you beat him.
Yeah, man, it's just that, once you focus, man, ain't nothing you can't do. I just was real focused that fight, and I was determined to become a world champion again. And I guess when my back is up against the wall, I fight better. When I'm favored or when I'm not as motivated, it's, or if I'm injured, it's just, it's a different me. But when I'm focused, man, my back up against the wall, I'm a hard man to beat. Difficult guy to fight. Yeah.
I noticed that No, go ahead.
I was going to say this real quick. The main thing is you just got to stay active, though. You got to stay active. If you're going to do boxing, if you're going to do anything, play basketball, them guys and playing basketball, they play, 4 or 5 times a week? That's why they stay sharp. And with boxing, you got to fight, man, regularly, and that's really been my downfall or my bad thing that happened with me in boxing is just not fighting frequently, or else I would be undefeated.
Right. But 2014, you did was a little bit more active than the frequenting years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You live and learn, though. That's the thing. You live and learn. If you don't learn from living, then shame on you, right?
Right. I really hope to see you like at least 2 or 3 times this year, man. I was hoping you would have had at least 2 or 3 fights last year. You know what I mean? Like I listened to all your interviews that you did with 78 Sports, man. He's one of my favorite boxing shows as well. And, sometimes I get the latest scoops out of his interviews with you and thing. But
Kev cool, yep.
Yeah. Definitely, man. Yo, what happened? I don't know if y'all was really working, but I thought you and Demetrius Andrade would have got something in last year, because I was hearing that y'all was trying to set up a fight together. What really happened with that, or did it even?
Oh, you know what? That fight didn't happen at the very last second. I was because I wasn't, when I was talking to the guy who promoted the fight with me and Charlo, they wasn't talking right at first. So, I said, well, I'm about to fight Andres then. So I reached out to them and tried to set it up for us to fight. But the IBS had already said it was too late because, we had a certain. So I was within, probably about 15 minutes of fighting Andres instead of Charlo.
That's crazy because it's like you just got the belt and they just forced you to do mandatory right away. They didn't even give you a chance to, choose who you wanted. You know what I mean? That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, you know what? It was a lot that happened, man, in that situation. It really wasn't that they rushed me. You had 9 months to defend your belt and with the IBF. And within the 9 months, I was promised to fight with Bradley. Bob Aaron told me that I was gonna fight Bradley. So I was gonna take the Bradley fight. Then Cotto wanted to fight me. And I could have fought Cotto, but I decided not to fight Cotto because it was more money and it was a more chance of a victory over Bradley. And it was going to be big because it was going to be on HBO, and it just made sense. So, I really had the Cotto fight, lined up. That was my fight.
I know. Yeah. You know what's so crazy, man? I thought you would have picked Cotto before I heard your 78 interview, man. I thought Cornelius would have picked Cotto because he's on his way out. You know what I mean? Bradley will be here for a little more while, so I figured you would have took the Cotto shot more than the Bradley shot. But just like you explained,
like you say, you live and you learn. But with the Cotto fight, it's like what goes around comes around. Even though I didn't try to force that to happen, but Cotto stood me up a few times. I was supposed to fight him, and it's like him and his team used me as bait. They told me I was going to fight him, but then the day that we were supposed to have been signing a contract or us fighting, supposed to have been talking about fighting, he went and fought someone else. He signed to fight Austin Trout. So it just really kind of like came back to him, even though I didn't do it like that. When he was really desperate in fighting me and wanted to fight me, I chose to fight someone else who didn't choose to fight me, which they played the game, and, you live and learn, and that had me kind of like rusty for the fight when I fought against Charlo while he's getting all these fights. I'm sitting there trying to get a big fight, and, it just didn't happen for me.
Right. And I heard that you were kind of injured, too, because I know you had the injury with the cut. I saw the nasty cut, and then you rescheduled it, and you were saying in the post fight that you needed more time to heal and before. Can you explain a little bit more?
Yeah, it was terrible. Preparing for that fight was terrible because first I got the stitches in my eye. Then after I got the stitches in my eye, gets back in the gym, maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, I'm still training, whatever. Then I get a rib injury. I don't know if my ribs was bruised. I didn't know if they was broke or what. I didn't even go to the doctor because I didn't want them to cancel the fight and strip me of my belt. So I was training with a protective rib cage along with foam inside the rib cage because I didn't want my ribs to worsen. So I went into the fight, man, with bruised ribs. It was a lot, man. It was a lot going on, but, I'm not trying to take that from, the guy who beat me, Jamal. He's a good fighter, but I just could have did much better. Probably could have won the fight, who knows, but I definitely wouldn't have went out the way I went out if it wasn't for, all of the bad breaks I had in training camp. I even had a trainer that didn't even show up in my fight, man. I was supposed to have been there, and at the last minute, he bailed out on me. So I was there with one of my trainers, but my other trainer wasn't even there, so it's a lot of stuff that happened, man. That,
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was real crazy. It was real crazy.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Cause, you know what I mean? I tell everybody, man, this is the hardest sport, man. Y'all put your lives and career on the line, and, you know what I mean? People like to put guys under the shelf. So, you know what I mean? I would have loved to see a K9 100%, with all your trainers there backing you and all that, man. I would have loved to see even more, but I would have even loved to see you more with even more better opponents, man, instead of Jamal.
Exactly.
I didn't really wanted to see you against Jamal right away. I wanted to see you against Andrade for unification. You would have had a chance to gain another belt.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's motivation. See, man. It was like, I'm a fighter. I'm gonna give it my best no matter what. But fighting for the belt, I'd have been motivated. Who knows if I'd have won or lost or whatever. But what I should have did if I could do it all over again, I would have fought Charlo right after I fought
Molina.
My man's name. Molina. Thank you. After I fought Molina, I would have fought Charlo right away because I would have been sharp. I would have been in the ring. I'd have just came off a 12-round fight. I'd have been sharp versus waiting 9 months. Now, not only are you getting older, but then you ain't fought in 9 months. So, now while you not fighting, Al Heyman throwing plenty of shows. Your guy fighting. The guy you supposed to fighting. So, if I could do it all over again, if I was able to do it all over again, I would have came in the ring sharp because I would have fought him right away. Or I would have took the Cotto fight. But I would have made them pay me more than what they was talking about, man. They came to me with a crazy number, man. Where I said, what? I'm a champ of the world. I don't care. You might have a name, but I'm still a champ. You ain't talking about fighting me for nothing,
Right.
Yeah, but the Charlo fight, a lot of people, I read the little blogs or what people be saying at the bottom. Oh man, he didn't fight Cotto and he went and fought Charlo, and he didn't. I did real good, man, financially when I fought Charlo. I can say Al Heyman do pay good. So for anybody that thought that I didn't do good when I fought Charlo, I just lost. A loss is really a win because I was financially taken care of pretty well. And,
I heard you say that. I heard you say that too.
Yeah, and I made more than I would have made fighting Cotto. Probably even Bradley.
Wow.
Yep, more than both of them, man. Yep, that guy paying, man. He's looking out. I mean, I don't know how it is now, but with me having my own company, me being my own man, I was able to get the most dollars. So, shout out to my manager for that. She's the best.
So how did you start your own company? Because it's like, we rarely get to see boxers start their own company. Like before Floyd really had his own company, he just had the name, but never really had the business. A lot of people have these titles, but they have the record label name or the company name, but don't really own it. But you really have your own companies. So tell me about the K9, your boxing company, and how it all started.
The company I got is K9 Boxing Global Promotions, and we recently had a heavyweight contender, man. Me personally, I run the company. I have the company. I'm the HNIC of the company, but I have my COO, Bill Waller, runs the company. He's the guy that actually, he knows the business part. So, he does the day-to-day, things as far as the company. And my wife, she's the manager, and me, I know the boxing, the boxing part of business, so I got my say so. And then, I get 100% of my shares and everything, and we just formed a corporation, man, and put it together. So, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, and, we'll just see how far it goes. But I can just run a lot of things through the company, and then once I put myself in a better position and situation, I can start signing more fighters and, throwing shows and things like that. So, I gotta give a shout out to Bill Waller, because he was, he came to me with that idea, and it made sense to get my own company and be my own man. And you can get your own, you can get 100% of your money versus being with somebody else. You doing all the fighting, but they making all the money. You can get 100% of your own. Cats like Floyd, man. You know what I'm saying? That was smart to be his own man, because now he can demand the most dollars versus being with someone else.
Right. How many fighters you got under your company? You told me you have a heavyweight on contender.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Yeah, just one. Yep. And like I say, my guy Bill Waller, he run a company. I couldn't even tell you his name. I know he played in the NFL. And it's deep though. Like I say, he be making moves, man. And when I don't even know he making moves, he'll just email me and let me know what he's doing and what's going on and things like that. And even when I fought Carlos Molina, I was able to get not just one check, but we got a few checks, because we was able to sell the rights to ESPN, the Spanish channel, to actually show the fight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So, it's a lot you can do when you got your own company, man, and that's what it's about, man. Try to get as much as you can, because once it's over, it's over. Gotta get all you can, man. Like you said, man, we the fighters, man, it's just a brutal business, so you got to get as much as you can.
Right. Man, I hope to see your company as big or even bigger, like Heyman, PBC, Golden Boy, Top Rank. I hope your company does just as well as them or even better, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask you, man, I see Kirkland called you out, man. What you thought about that, man? K9?
As he dropped, they'll ring back, man.
Yeah, he probably ring back.
They'll ring back when it's just dropped. Yeah, the promo on the show. Yeah, Boxingeye said he's listed and he's dealing with shit. But yeah, man.
Let me see.
Yeah, just shoot him back.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. All right. I was saying, I hope your company lasts and does as good as Golden Boy, Top Rank, and our Heyman team, and I hope your company does well as just as good as them, man, or even better.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that, man. We need more guys like you that want, young brothers that's trying to do something to benefit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I said, I don't know if you heard me, but I said, with God, all things are possible.
Right, definitely.
Without him, nothing possible, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always say, man, if Obama can be president, man, you can do anything, man. Ain't nothing impossible.
Exactly. Hey, man, like I said,
I never thought I would ever see a black president, man. I never thought I would even witness it either.
Hey, the first should be last, and the last should be first.
Right. You know what? I always wanted to see a great matchup with you and Kirkland, because the reason why I think you guys would be the best matchup for one another because you guys true of I don't know what behind the scenes, but basically having almost the same kind of careers. I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not you haven't seen Kirkland much. You haven't seen K9 as much as we would like, But, you know what I mean, that would have been a great fight for the 154 division, you know what I'm saying, because he fought, once last year, you fought once last year, you know what I mean, y'all both, yeah, I think it would be just the greatest matchup ever, man. And I see that
it could still happen. It could still happen. You know, I'll be
man,
back
I
in this.
really hope it happen, man. I don't want him to fight no Cotto, man. I'm hearing he got talks with Cotto, and I'm like, nah, K9 will be a great fight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like I say, man, all I gotta do is just stay busy. I stay busy, man. Can't nobody do nothing with me. If I stay busy, I'm a hard man to deal with. Trust me. All you gotta do is go watch my fall in the contender when I was fighting regularly. You know, I was getting sharper and sharper. I was doing my thing. You know, you gotta stay sharp, man. You gotta be fighting more, and man, then the best can come out you. But when you fighting like once a year or once, I was just in a lot of bad contracts, man. A lot of bad contracts. And once I got out here and got on my own, you know, I was learning on being a CEO of your own company. So, you know, I had to learn the hard way, you know, with turning certain fights down because of the business-wise, and, you know, some fights I should have took, you know, and I thought about certain circumstances, and, you know, you live and you learn. So it's just a learning. I'm just doing a lot of learning on the job, that's all.
Okay. Well, what do you think about Kirkland versus Cotto, man? I'm hearing that's the talks. You know, what do you like the fight, or what you think of the whole fight? You know.
Well, you know what, it's like this, man. You know, we're in a hard sport, which is boxing, and you know, as a fan, I probably wouldn't want to see the fight, but as a fighter, I would be happy for Kirkland to make some money. Because it's boxing, man. It's boxing, and it's hard to feed your family, man. It's boxing, coming up in the days, man, 10, 11, 12 years ago, fighters was getting peanuts compared to what they're getting now. So you gotta try to make as much as you can while you can. And I can't knock this man, you know, for getting a chance to be able to fight Cotto and make some more money after the fight he just had with Canelo. Make as much money as you can, you know, and stack up, you know, get you some real estate. You know, and save your money and open up a few businesses, man, because when it's over, it's over.
Right.
But as a fan, you know, when you're coming off a loss like the loss he had, you probably wouldn't want to see him fight. But, you know, as a human, as a fighter, and as a person that, you know, think about my career and think about other people, man, make as much as you can, do as you can. I can't knock the next person, you know, for making some money.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I would love to see you get that, you know what I mean, that look, you know what I mean, you against James Kirkland, man. That would be a HBO special, man. You know, I could see this fight going 12 rounds, man, with just a classic, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, I look at it because now the politics won't play into to you and Kirkland, you know what I mean? I know the Cotto, the politics will play into it, so I know Cotto's going to get the decision. You know what I'm saying? If it goes 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I think the judges will be fair and be 50-50, you know what I mean? Nobody be backing up who, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's more
fight. The thing about, like you say, styles make fights, man. That'd be a good fight just because of the style.
You're right.
You know, there's going to be no backing up. He coming forward, I'm coming forward, and it's an all-out fight. And I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and both of y'all...
it can happen, though.
Yeah, I hope it do, because, you know what I mean? Because even the greatest thing, man, both of y'all haven't got to be staying active in y'all boxing past couple of years, so it would be great and an even playing field for the both of y'all, instead of you guys fighting somebody who's keep staying active, being sharp, you know what I mean? Like you said before, you know what I'm saying? So I love to see it, man, as a fan, man.
Oh yeah, all you gotta do is say he wants some of this, and it's on.
Yeah, I seen he did the picture before, you know what I mean? I hope somebody one of our fans or somebody tweet him and say, yo, man, we need to see you and K9, man. Forget the Cotto fight, man. Just let's focus on the K9, man. And that's I wanted to ask you, man. Since I know you always, can we get that ad-lib you always do with the dog barking, man?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
when
man.
You want it?
Man, right now, man. Let's get
The dog is coming. Yeah.
Word, man.
Yeah.
I love that. I always wanted to see, man. If one day, man, I don't know if you're a fan of DMX, man, but it would have been great if DMX could have bring you out on one of your fights, man. I think that would have been. That would be
DMX,
great. You know what I'm saying?
DMX got style. Yeah, I like the little dog. The dog is coming.
Your word. Yeah. That would be a great theme song. He walk in the ring, man. Man, that would be great, man, to see one day as a fan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you do like DMX and thing, man.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite rappers coming up.
Okay.
I like them dog barks, man. You know what I'm saying? I added that to my resume. It made sense. K9. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Kenan, I heard I wanted to know as a fan perspective, what you think of? I'm hearing Austin Trout versus Jamal Charlo and Vanessa Monterosi versus Laura rematch. Well, can you tell me what you dissect that fight and who you think might win the fight, and you know what I mean?
Man, them all of them are good fights. All of them are good fights, man. All of them are good fights. I don't know what the outcome will be. Mm-hmm. I know Charlo was hungry. I know Austin Trout was hungry to get to become a world champion again. I know Vangs can't afford another loss, and he'll be focused on fighting Laura because Laura is a good fighter. So I mean them all good fights, I mean I don't want no one to look at the fight that I had with Charlo and then say that Charlo he's a monster. He's a good fighter. But he fought a D level, E level fighter in K9 that day. Cause like I said, I was going through a whole lot, man, ribs, all kind of stuff. So and then styles make fights. He fought the perfect fight, regardless. Of the situation. He fought the perfect fight. I fought didn't fight the perfect fight. So with Austin Trout, Austin Trout got some height. He a southpaw, so it could be a different fight. Styles make fights, man, and you just don't know what the outcome will be. And, it'll be a good fight to watch. And even the Vangs, Vangs and Laura fought before. So you just never know, man. In boxing, you just never know. Anything can happen.
Right, man. Yeah. Hold on a second, K9. 734? 734? 734? All right, K9, sorry about that. I thought somebody wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, people call in, but they just want to listen, and they don't want to say them. They just listen. So you call their name or you say the number.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, they won't say nothing. Yeah, man. But yeah, there's a lot of fights, man. Right now, I'm just trying to get it together, man, get my mind right, spend a little time with the family, man, and trying to figure out the next, game plan. I've got this book that I got that's finished now too. Someone dropped this book real soon. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, a book about me, my life and everything. A lot of things.
I would love to see. I even would love to see a documentary, man, a DVD. In the future, man, because your story is like a story that a lot of people need to hear, man.
Oh man, for real, big time.
For real, you know what I'm saying?
Man, you gotta remember, I'm an original Crunk fighter too. I stayed right down the street from Crunk, so I got a lot of history, man, a whole lot of history. And boxing,
right.
Yeah, and on the streets.
How did you enter boxing, and what made you start it as a career? Made you decide to start it as a career also?
Oh man, just was out here being wild, man. Just a knucklehead in the streets, fighting all the time, man. Just being bad. And a brother heard about me, how bad I was, and I used to go out here and put gloves on too, with fight with young people my age. And we'd go out there and box with people older than me, and I would knock guys out with gloves on. And the guy heard about me, and and he said, "Man, you want to get into boxing?" I said, "Yeah." I was a little arrogant kid. He said, "Man, who do you think you can beat that's boxing now?" I said, "Man, I can beat Mike Tyson." I mean, I felt like I really could beat him because I had never lost a fight in my life. So, he took me to the gym, and I realized boxing was a lot harder than I thought. I started to go back to the streets. It was so hard because, you got to train, man. And once I got tired, I didn't know what to do. But, I hung in there, man, and now I'm the oldest German world champion of all time, 2-time world champ. But, it was definitely a tough road to get to, man. Definitely a tough road to get to. From selling drugs, to, getting shot at, to beating up on people for nothing, to just being wild. I mean, you got to remember, man, I'm from Detroit.
Right.
Oh, man, so I done seen it all. I done been through some of everything. I got shot at so many times, man. I got shot at with 57 up close range. Cat tried to kill me.
Damn.
And I'm here to talk. I'm here to tell a story about it. How good God is, man. Man, yeah. I'm here.
Well, since I see you advocate God a lot. What made you enter? You been going to church all your life, or you?
I was going to church all my life as a kid. My mama took me to church, but I didn't understand God. I didn't understand why I was going to church. None of that. A lot of people go to church as kids every Sunday, but they don't know God. You know what I mean? They're kids. As I got older, I started understanding, the reason for going to church and why I was going to church, and that there really is a God, and it ain't just talk. I used to be thinking when somebody said God bless you, it was just talk. But I realized, man, it's really a God. I'm getting shot at and they ain't getting shot. I said, man, it got to be a God. I mean, all kind of stuff I was going through, man, and I just knew it was a God, man. And I asked him one day, I said, God, send me a female for me. I said, let her be taller than me. Let her be a virgin. Let me meet her at church. Man, I went to church one day. This female I saw in the audience is who I'm married to right now. She was taller than me. She was on the basketball team. I said, God, let her be taller. I said, let her be athletic. Everything I asked for, God sent to me. I knew it wasn't by luck. I knew it wasn't nobody hooked it up but God. I said, man, it's really God. I remember, man, talking to her on the phone. Cell phones wasn't, in like that. I was at the phone booth, and she got to telling me all these things about herself. I dropped the phone. So I remember when I was walking on the street that one day, and I asked God out loud. I said, God, send me a female for me. Let her be taller than me. Let her be athletic. Let her meet her at church. And let her be a virgin. Man, that's what I'm married to right now. Unbelievable. But believable, man. God is real. I realized God was real, man, just through going through stuff in life.
Right.
Asking him for stuff, and he was there for me and give me what I asked for. Man, I knew it was a God.
That's a lovely story, man.
Yeah, man. He showed me he real, bro. I'm telling you, man. And you ain't talking to nobody that just. You ain't talking to a cat that just was always just a good person. I'd have been on the other side of the fence. So that's how I know it's a guy. And I've been through stuff, man. A whole lot of stuff. And if you knew how I was back in the day, like people tell me, man, they say, K-Nan, I'm so proud of you. A lot of it ain't about me becoming a world champion, but it's just because I don't do the things I used to do no more and talk about God. That's what they're really happy about, and they tell me they're proud of me about. They talking about how I'm a different person. It used to be a time, man, you would say my name, and cats would start running. They go, K-Nan, where? They be running because I was just that kind of person. but now look at me. Soft as a pillow. Praise God.
Oh,
man. I want to go to heaven, man. I don't want to go to hell, man. Hell and heaven is real, man. So look at all these cats out here, man. Skinny jeans, all kind of stuff, man. I used to be a rapper and everything. I used to rap and all that, man. Tell you, man, I'm so happy I don't rap no more. Huh?
You used to rap too?
Man, I used to do all that stuff, man. I grew up in the hood. I was from the hood. I was cold. I was a cold little rapper, man. I was cold. I used to make raps in my head, man. I used to write no raps down. I was cold. Real cold, man. But look at these rappers, how gay they are now. Look how they, man, selling their souls. I'm so happy that I don't rap no more. It's crazy now, man. These kids going, man, these young people going crazy, man.
Right.
Kissing each other in the mouth and all kind, man. It's crazy, bro.
That's the game today, man.
Yeah.
I just don't watch them, man. I just know what they doing, man. Focus on what I got doing.
Right. Yep. And that's what you gotta do, man. You gotta do you. Yep. Hey, Jesus for life, for real. Man.
Well, Jesus for life. I say that every time I go to work, man. I say that to my friend, Jesus for life. Man, definitely. I meant to ask you, man, as a fan, if you take your side out of the equation, man, who would you give the best in the 154 division, man? If you had a choice.
You said you talking about give the best. You talking about who I think will be the best?
No, who you think is the best right now? If you take yourself out of the equation, as a fan perspective, who you think is the best at 154 right now?
That right there is a hard answer because there's a lot of them coming up. Tony Harrison, he's a good fighter. Fellow Detroiter like myself, my homie. Williams.
Julian Williams, my boy J-Rock.
Yeah,
we both from good. Philadelphia. Both Charlos are good fighters. I mean, whether I'm hurt or I ain't hurt, if you win a fight against me, you can fight. I don't care if I'm hurt or I ain't hurt. So I'm gonna always bring my best no matter what. And if you get a win over me, you can fight. I don't care who you are. So them two. Who else? Andres, Andres, he can fight. He ain't no joke. And the reason why I was gonna take that fight too is I learned my lesson when I lost to my first fight against a southpaw. I fight southpaw so good. I wouldn't even mind having a fight with Laura, just for the simple fact that I fight southpaw is good, man. I learned my lesson. Like I say, my first loss was to a southpaw. Now I feel like I'm a southpaw killer. That would be. Those are the two fights I would love to see you against, man. Andrade and Kirkland, because I feel like they're both at the same pace as you are, because they haven't been active in the past while. So I feel like for your next challenge, man, I think the both of them this year would have been great fights for you, man.
That's another reason why I was going to take the fight with Andres. He hadn't fought in a minute.
Yeah. And he had the belt. Unification, man. All right, I wanted to ask you your strongest opinion, man. I always get I don't see champions chasing to be the undisputed champion, and I was finding out weird, because when was the last undisputed champion? Do you even know, K9?
No, you talking about the Dream Weight division?
No, in any division. When was the last undisputed champion? It's more of a business now, man. It's more of a business now. You got Al Hammond over here on this side. You got Bar Aram over here on this side. It's a business now, man. You got, people are not fighting each other, man, because of the people, the powers that be. They're not, letting each other fight each other because, it's just beef. And so with it being beef, man, you're not getting
some of the better fights that could be made. And they trying to keep all the money in house. So that's the reason why it is the way it is now. So really, it's not in these days. It's not really about all the belts. It's more. It's about who got who or who with who. I don't know who. Well, I was watching Bernie Mac earlier today. Who you with? It's about who you with. That's all.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it
but
is.
To me,
I would
man,
love...
that means something to me. The word undisputed is like you can never dispute that.
That's why I was gonna go for the Andrade fight right there. Like I said, I was a little upset at first with what was going on in my situation. So I said, hey man, for another belt, man, why not try to get another belt? But like I say, man, it's really about the money, man. If you're a world champion and you got a chance to fight this guy who ain't about nothing for $1 million, or you got a chance to fight another guy who has a belt for $600,000, you're gonna fight the guy who ain't nothing for $1 million. And a lot of times, man, you can make money if you were a certain person. You can make more money fighting nobody versus making less money fighting somebody. So why fight the harder fight for less money when you can fight the easier fight for more money?
Right.
So as a fan, you want to see the best fight the best. Or you want to see a person become an undisputed world champion, but it just ain't like that no more, man. It's about the money, and it's about Bernie Mac, who you with.
Yeah. That's a suck thing, man. You know what I mean? I see it's so much belts in these divisions, man. Like I feel like how other fighters excited to be the champion, and then you got this guy the champion, this guy the champion, this guy the champion. So you look at it in your head like, who is the real champion? Because it's like 4 champions in the division, and then you got the little smaller titles under that. So, but it's 4 major titles, but it's a little weird, man.
It is. I'm just happy though that boxing is back to where it used to be, or almost back to where it used to be, where fights are on TV all the time. NBC, PBC, Channel 7, Channel 4, Fox Sport. I'm just happy to see that, fighters are getting paid. It's everywhere. Every time you look up, it's a fight on. I'm happy about that, man. Fighters been getting treated bad for so long, and it's the hardest sport there is boxing. So for fighters to actually get paid now, it's a blessing, man. It shouldn't be much respect to a person that's shooting playing basketball and making millions of dollars, but I don't believe that a person that's just shooting a basketball in the rim should be making more than the guy that's getting hit in the head. A person get hit in the head should be making more money, man. And just happy to see that.
Because, a lot of people that leave boxing, it's sad to see, like, they can't talk, as their speech is not very well. They're not walking to say that. It's like, man, like, it's really hard for y'all. And then I see a lot of boxers are broke. They don't got nothing. And I know fans come up to certain boxers and like, what happened to you? And it's tough to ask that question for our fighter, because he's gonna have to take these answers and don't know what to tell him. You know what I
mean? Yeah. I understand perfectly well. Trust me, I understand. I see it happen all the time, man. It's why you gotta take care of business. Trust me, it's gonna be a lot of fighters, man. A lot of fighters. I'm talking about the ones that you see all the time, the ones that got all the gold on their neck and all that, got all the money. They're gonna be broke one day, because one thing fighters are not doing, they're not paying taxes off. They're not going to see Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam come knocking, he gonna come knocking. People be thinking, I can wait the next time or the next time. Man, your fight that you about to have could be your last time. And what you gonna do? You gonna give everything away to pay them off? And you keep on thinking it's gonna be the next time. It might be your last time. You might get rid of that. You better go handle that, because if not, you can find yourself in trouble. Trust me, it can happen to Red Fox or Wesley Snipes. It can happen to anybody. Yeah. It definitely happen to anybody, man. It's not no joke, man. I think in the NBA or maybe the NFL, they got unions and everything that helps them, with their money and and with the IRS and all that. But as a fighter, you self-employed, man. You got to handle that all on your own. And most fighters are not gonna do that. They're not gonna, man. They don't know nothing about that, man. They don't know about a lot of stuff, man. Like I said, I learned on a job, man. I ended up with my own company and started fighting up on the K9 Productions. You know what I mean? Or K9 Boxing World Promotions. Instead of fighting up under the next person and they getting me a fight, I can get my own fight. Especially as a world champion, everybody want to fight you,
Right.
And even now, I'm a former world champion, so don't think my phone ain't ringing. My phone constantly ringing. They want my name on their record so bad, But I got to make the right decision.
Right.
Yeah, and it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
The right decision, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. God is good, man. Keep me in prayer. We're gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Right.
The dog is coming. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and my co-host, man, we got this bet going against each other, man. I told him, man, that J-Rock is gonna beat Jamal, man, and he's saying Jamal gonna beat J-Rock, and I'm like, nah, Julius Williams is gonna win, man. It's like that boy hungry, man. He won it. He even said, he would come in his hometown and beat him, you know what I mean? But he told me to bring it up to you, and that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, that with that fight, man, that's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good fight.
Mandatory now.
Yeah. That's if that fight even happens, because from what I've been hearing, that it's hard for Charlo to make weight.
Yeah, I'm hearing that too.
I don't know if he's gonna move up or what, but
right.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see that fight.
Rodney Shields said what he's gonna do 2 more fights. He's gonna do the Trout and the Julians, and that's it. So hopefully he'll keep his word. I would love to see, because the 154 division, man, having you guys on there, man, is like one of the best divisions ever, man. It's the most underrated division, man. Like a lot of people don't.
And another thing too, but it's like Ronnie Shields is one of the best trainers out here. It's not a lot of great trainers out here anymore, man. And with trainers like him, going into that fight with fighting against Charlo too was like, they had a lot of advantages over me, man. With coming in injured, with fighting against him and his trainer. His trainer helped him, guided him through that fight. When I'm in the ring fighting him, I can hear his trainer giving him good instructions. I was like, man, I couldn't hear my trainer saying nothing. Like I said, one of my trainers didn't even show up. So I'm actually in the process of finding me a trainer too. I need a real good trainer. When Emmanuel Stewart died, oh man, I was in trouble when it came to as far as trainer. You know what I mean? Or somebody that can really give me game or teach me some stuff or show me some stuff or tell me some stuff. I've been doing this stuff for a long time on my own, and it's hard to do it on your own, man. You need that voice. Yeah, my wife she know more about boxing than some of the trainers I had training me. And we talking about a world champion.
Wow.
Yeah, so you live and learn, man. Yeah. And John David Jackson wanted to train me for that fight too, and I had already committed to fight with somebody, so it was like I couldn't have him at that point in time, but wish I would have had him.
Oh, so would you go your next fight and work with him?
Oh,
or
yeah.
You on different decision now?
Yeah, it depends on who I'm fighting. You know what I mean? It has to really be a one of them kind of fights. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because me fighting against a guy across the street, I don't really. I can go. I can have my son train me for that fight. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about these tough fights, man. You got to have somebody in there that really know what they're doing.
Definitely, man, definitely. I wanted to ask you, man, what was the hardest challenge you had in your pro career?
The hardest challenge I say I had in my pro career. Probably would be maybe staying active. Might be the hardest part. Yeah, man, staying active. You can look at my crib, man, and I had so many years of when I didn't fight or just wasn't active enough, man. Just so much was going on. It was even a point in time I was pro. And, a lot of people think when you pro that you automatically rich when it comes to boxing unless you really know boxing. I was pro, man, catching a bus. I remember being a pro fighter catching a bus. And somebody they'd be like, man, so I heard you box, man. When you going pro? Like, I'm pro now. And they be looking like, pro? You pro? How you pro? You on a bus? Boxing, it ain't like NBA. When you go pro, you rich. And boxing, you got to pay your dues before you can become rich or become wealthy. And I just wish that I'd have been more active in my career. And it would have helped me out a whole lot more, But, hey, you live and learn. That's one of the things. And ain't no telling what else. You know what I mean? You have to ask me that same question maybe a week from now or 2 days from now, and I can give you more answers. But definitely wish I could have been more active. Or I wish that somebody like Al Heyman would have been around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. I wish we had a few Al Heymans in every city, or more dying kings, on a positive tip. In more cities versus it just being, just one dying king or one bar Aaron. I wish there was a lot of them. But like I say, being positive in every city, 4 or 5 of them.
Was Don King a good promoter, man? Because I heard he robbed a lot of people.
Yeah, probably so, but a lot of times,
he robbed Mike Tyson for a bundle.
Yeah. But like I say, a lot of times it's on you as an individual. They already look at boxers as being dumb. You got to know how to read them contracts. You can't just listen to somebody say, yeah, this, yeah, that, and I'm going to take care of you. It got to be in ink. If it ain't in ink, you can't trust it. It got to be, it got to be documented, You got to have a good mind.
A lot of you guys, man, we come from being uneducated, growing up in the hood. You know what I mean? I know, man, because I still don't got my high school diploma, man. I still live in the hood, you know what I mean? So I can just imagine, I can't say I know, but I can just imagine that, you know what I mean? A lot of these guys don't know how to read these contracts well and all that, man. Yeah,
but to a certain extent, it ain't no excuse, man, I take my contract. I let my manager read it. My wife, she read the contract. You know what I mean? But I can read contracts too. But you got to go through. Like I say, you live and learn. I done went through some contracts I signed, and it was bad contracts. I just signed just to be signed because I trust the guy. But you got to learn from that. After you do that one time, once or once or twice, you got to learn from that and don't do it again. And I learned from that, man. Man, you'd be surprised, man. I done had managers come to me, man, trying to get me to sign a contract right before I was about to go in the ring and fight. There's some dirty guys out here in the game, man. You hear me?
Yeah.
I told him, I said, man, is you crazy? I wouldn't dare. I don't want to, put his name out there, but, man, people out here is something else, man, And you just got to be smart. You know what I mean? You got to be smart, man. You got to be smart. You got to be smart, man. You got to live when you live, and when you live, you must learn. And I learned a whole lot, man, dealing with all these fake managers, man, and these managers, these celebrity managers, and man, I had some everybody. 50 Cent wanted to sign me. I done told plenty of people no. Trust me. I done saw many contracts. I done been around some of everybody. I done been involved with some. Come on, from Don King to Emmanuel Stewart, 50 Cent, Golden Boy. I done that had business in my last fight. I did business with Al Heyman. I done been with everybody. I done did some business with some everybody. So I definitely know the game,
Right.
But like I say, you live and you learn, man. You live and you learn.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I definitely feel you got to live and you learn.
Oh, yeah,
Who was K9's favorite? Who is K9's favorite boxer?
Oh man,
Or did it change after you started boxing?
Now it's my son, Deshaun Bundrage, the K9. But you know, when I first started boxing, my favorite fighter was Mike Tyson.
Okay.
They used to call me Tyson. When I was in the streets, they called me Tyson because I thought I was Tyson. But yeah, he was him and Roy Jones, and I like Roy Jones because Roy Jones, he was sweet, man. That boy, he was cold, man.
Word.
I'm talking about, man, he can dance and then hit you with a punch. He was cold, man.
Well, you know, Mike Tyson is the reason I started to love boxing, man. Man, he's the reason I love boxing today, man. And he will always be my number one forever. Like, but yeah, man, he's the one that made me love boxing, man.
Yeah. Hey, me too.
Oh, did Floyd ever get to apologize to your wife?
Nah, he never did get a chance to. I don't know if he ever was gonna apologize or, you know, I don't know, man. You know, but you know what's right is right, what's wrong, man. You know, God go handle that, and if He haven't already handled it, you know what I mean. But you know that was crazy that night. You know the things people do because they feel like they got money or because they feel like they got power, but you know you leave it to God, man. You let Him handle that. Man, I would have handled it probably if I'd have saw what was going on, you know. But you know, I saw it on video or you know on YouTube, so I didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? But you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. People think they can do what they want to do, but it's not like that, man. You can't do what you want to do. Yeah, no matter who you are and how much money you got. Yeah.
Definitely right.
But she good though. She good. She, you know, I respect her.
Well,
man.
you know, because I know he apologized to T.I. wife when he wilded out. So I was hoping he, you know what I mean? Because when you're wrong, you know what I mean, you gotta apologize. Even it's hard to apologize, but you gotta do it, man. You gotta man up and do it. One thing I just want him to do it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We don't have to be disrespectful with women.
Yeah, he probably want to try to sweep it up under the rug, and you know they was lying and saying that she had disrespected him or said something bad to him, so that's why he did that. You know, because they probably thought he was gonna try to sue or whatever. So, you know, they lied, and so that's the reason why he probably never got to apologize or never thought about it. Or, as a matter of fact, we never even saw him again after that. So, but ain't no telling what people be thinking. But I tell you this though, she's respectful. She handled the situation, you know, like a strong, black, powerful woman, and I respect her for that. But she definitely didn't do nothing wrong to him or say anything wrong to him because she's not like that, you know what I mean? And so for him to do that, it was crazy. I really look at it as really he was trying to distract me, you know what I mean? But how can you distract me when I didn't even see what he was doing or what he had did, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Maybe he just, I don't know. Because he can do what he want to do. Thank God I didn't see it, though. Thank God I didn't see that. Because you got to remember that, you know, you could be whoever you want to be. You could be Floyd Mayweather all you want to be, you know, but you in Detroit. You know, you're not from Detroit. And in the place which was a Masonic temple at that point in time when we fought at, I had the whole crowd was there for me. I had so many of my homeboys there. And they kept telling me, man, I started to do this and started to do that. And, you know, thank God they didn't. But, you know, it could have been real ugly that night. Real ugly. Especially if I would have saw it. It got real crazy. But I'm glad it didn't get crazy, man, because I'm a Christian, man. And, you know, they can't wait for you as a Christian to do something crazy. Because they're going to say, man, he's supposed to be, and he be talking about some Jesus for life. So I'm just, you know, happy, hey, it's peace.
Yeah. But you a man at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We all make mistakes, so if you did behaved like or did something wrong that night, we all get emotional sometimes and things get heated, you know what I mean? We're not all perfect. God didn't make us perfect. He just made us a pure image off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but they should not knock you if you make a mistake or you react to your wife or anything. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You gotta protect your wife, man. You gotta protect your family, man. You know, that's why you the man of the family or the husband. You gotta, and I'm gonna do that to the fullest. You know what I mean? But you know, you have no power over something you don't see. You know, you can't see it or don't. You know, what can you do? People, like I said, I be reading at the bottom of little posts people be posting. Like, why can't I ain't let nothing? You know, how can you do something about something you don't see or even know? He even shook my hand in the ring after the fight and said, "K9, he's a good fighter and all that." And man, I don't think I would have shook his hand if I knew he had disrespected my wife like that in the ring. You know, so there was a lot of stuff going on behind my back I didn't have no control over, or I didn't even know what was going on. Just crazy though, man. It's just crazy. Like I say, man, I got a book that's coming out, man, and it's gonna be interesting to read what's in it.
I'm definitely going to tune in, man. Well,
oh yeah.
Do you know a release date or anything yet on the book?
No, it's been done. I just haven't figured out, you know, when I was gonna release it and all that. I'm trying to figure out who's gonna pick it up and all that kind of stuff. So it's, you know, just working on a whole lot of stuff, man. It's a whole lot. I'm gonna keep you informed though. We're quite sure we're gonna, you know, chop it up again soon, and we just go from there. Yeah, and I apologize for just not getting back with you, man. But I haven't been on the net as much, man. I've been really just going through a whole lot, man, trying to get it all right, and trying to get it together, you know.
No, it's definitely all good, man. It's definitely all good. I really wanted to do it privately, like in your DMs, because I don't really like people seeing what I'm doing until it's time to present it to the world. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted you to follow me back on Twitter so much and thing, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, next time do that. I'm just not getting familiar with doing a whole lot of stuff, man. I'm late when it comes to this internet stuff and all that, man. You know, my wife done taught me some everything.
I'm the same like you, man. I'm very old school, man. I'm not into the technology things, man. I'm surprised I know how to operate Twitter a little bit and Instagram a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm bad with this, man. I don't even got a smartphone. I got them flip phones, like, for real.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, trust me, man. I know what you're talking about. I'm just recently updated to a nice phone. My wife got tired of me having my little crazy looking phone, and she bought me a little nice little phone. I don't be caring about that stuff, man, you know?
Word.
I'm old school too, man. I'm real old school, you know what I mean? I don't be, and then I'm just not, you know, I'm used to having things because when I was younger, I had things, and even though I got them the wrong way, so it's like I really don't care about that stuff no more. You know, it really ain't. I just care about my wife having it and my son and my kids having it more than me. Now I don't mind. I mean, you know, I like having, you know, looking all right, you know, here and there, but I really care about my family being okay and being all right.
That's what you're supposed to, man. That's, you know what I mean?
That's
you know what I mean? Yo, it's definitely, man, I'm just glad I got you on tonight, man, because I've always wanted to talk to you, chop it up with you, man, because, man, I just want the best for you. I want to see more wins in your career, man. I want you to get the best competition out there, and I would love to see you more active, man, at least twice a year, man, definitely.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to trust it. I'm gonna try to pick it up, man. I'm gonna try to pick it up, you know, as the career kind of start winding down, because I ain't gonna be trying to fight until I'm 50. So I'll say maybe a couple more years, and I'm gonna pick it up though. I'm gonna pick it up, and we gonna see what it do. You know what I mean? In the next couple of years, and just go from there. And I might even move down, because people don't think I can do it, but I might even move down and fight me a few fights at welterweight, because I done got me a couple of belts at junior middleweight, so why not go down to welterweight and do some damage down there?
That'll be what's up, because
everybody
would want a piece of K9, you know what I mean, because you got such an epic background, a big name. That would be good for each other resume. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And whenever I come off, and one thing too, I always learn, and I ask God to give me number of big fights. It's like once I come off a loss, a huge loss or something, I always come back with a big win.
Right.
And you look at my career, it always happens like that, So quite sure my next fight is gonna be a big fight. I don't know who it's gonna be against, but it's gonna be big, man.
It's gonna be Kirkland.
It's
gonna be Kirkland.
Kirkland can get it. Kirkland can get that work.
Kirkland, I put it out there. It's gonna be Kirkland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. If anybody beats Kirkland, man, I hope it's my boy K9, man.
Oh yeah,
but,
no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I love that fight, man. I love that fight. So hopefully we get the promoter and make people like, all right, let's go to this way, man. This is a better route for us. Yeah.
Right. I got you.
There's anything else you want to let the fans know what you got going on with?
Yeah, man. Just tell them tweet me, man, and if they talking right, man, I'm gonna hit them back at K9, at K9 Boxing at gmail.com. Tell them, just everybody stay in peace, man. Stay out the way, and Jesus for life.
Jesus for life. Definitely,
yeah.
Man. K9,
Thanks
man.
for having me, my dog.
Oh, thanks, man. Pleasure, man. Definitely a pleasure conversing with you.